So what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the final live com of this season. And you're wondering, is it the FA Cup? Is it the league? Did they manage to beat Wolves? You're going to find out in a second. We also got some goals from a unbelievably high scoring game. I think it's probably in the Premier League. Oh no, actually, I was going to say it's probably the highest goal scoring I've ever seen us do in the Premier League. But a few years ago on a stream, I think I beat somebody in double figures in the Premier League. Live on stream, so I don't think it is the highest. But anyway, let's get on with this. Let's unleash the crack on. So it is the FA Cup final. We are going to be coming up against Tottenham. And it's going to be a big game for us. I think it's going to be a difficult game, very much like the Manchester City game you saw in the last live com. But anyway, since that 3-0 win, we've been on a good run of form again. Unfortunately, we had the opportunity to break the record of 31 wins in a Premier League season, but we drew one, so we just equalled it instead of bettering it. So that was a shame, but Rome wasn't built in a day and all that. We beat Southampton 5-0 in the following match after the Manchester City upset. Well, not upset, but we were upset, let's be honest. Coman with a couple, Skriniar, Williams and Issa Diop own goal. We then easily beat Wolves. They only had 2 chances, I believe, and neither of them were on target in the entire game. So we beat them quite comfortably, 3 goals, 2-0. Where have they gone? There they are. Thanks to Jimmy Much, Andre Silva and Freddie Davidson. Newcastle came up next. This is the game where we dropped the points. We drew 1 apiece with those after Skriniar was sent off as well. That didn't really affect the result, but we took the lead in 72 minutes. Ryan Shawcross equalised in 77. Then our momentum was broken when Skriniar got sent off, and we didn't look like getting anything after that. We then beat Leicester by 3-1 thanks to Silva and Harry Maguire own goal. Then came this beaut of a match. We beat Bournemouth 9-2. 9-2 on the final day. Who'd have thunk it? 4 for Gomez, 4 for Silva, 1 for Rashford. Let's have a little look at them. So you can see from the stats, we bossed the game in stats as well as in goals, and it was just a walk in the park for us. Silva and Gomez up top really linked up well and put on one hell of a performance for a final day. It's obviously a celebration day. We've won the league. It's the final game of the season. We want to go out on a high. Poor old Bournemouth got relegated. I don't know. We'll have a look at the table in a minute. But I don't know if it's because of this result they got relegated or if they were already relegated. I haven't really looked at the relegation zone. I just noticed that there was an R next to their name when I briefly glimpsed at the table. But you could say, well, losing 9-2 is going to get you relegated in the Premier League, but it is against an exceptionally high-flying Manchester United side who are playing some off the post, playing some beautiful football and scoring a lot of beautiful goals. And we're a difficult side to beat. Manchester City managed it, but not many other teams did. Manchester City made us look very bang average when they beat us as well. But we're not easy to beat at all, and results like this, I'm surprised there wasn't more of them, to be honest. We were 6-0 up before Bournemouth got a couple back, and then you'd think, okay, 6-2, they've made that slightly more respect, if 6-2 could be respectable, but they've sort of clawed it back a bit. It's not quite so bad, and only for us to go and smash another 3 goals in and make them look make it look as if we just allowed them to score a couple so we could bang a few more in. It was just an unbelievable game to witness. A lovely volley there from Andre Silva. Absolutely beautiful, that. And then Marcus Rashford, who's been kept out of the team by Freddie Davidson and Gomez lately, cropping in with a goal at the very end there, nicking it off Gomez, so he'll be happy with that. And we go into that final game, this FA Cup final against Tottenham, in real good spirits. Oh my God, I feel quite bad. Bournemouth got relegated on goal difference with minus 38. Now, if we hadn't have hammered them by 6 goals, the difference of 6 goals, then they still would have gone down. But it would have been worse, wouldn't it? If we'd already beaten them by 2 goals or something, that would have probably been worse because it would have been much closer. But I mean, if we hadn't have given them a whooping on the final day, if they could have got a point or something, they'd have stayed up. I mean, Stoke lost to Manchester City, so both those teams going into that match would have just thought, this is just about who can lose by the less, and hopefully the other team doesn't really lose by too many. But unfortunately both teams got a hammering. It's just Bournemouth got one hell of a hammering, whereas Stoke's got a little bit of a hammering. So, you know, there you have it. In terms of the league though, just quickly, we're going to look at the players in the next episode. The next episode is going to be a season review where we'll look at players and goals and performances and stuff like that. But Andre Silva, well done to him, finishing top goal scorer in the league with 32, Moussa Dembele just behind him. He also finished top of the average rating charts and the player of the match charts, so that's brilliant. We didn't have anybody in the clean sheets, we didn't have anybody in the assists in the end, which surprised me, and thank the Lord we didn't have anybody in the yellow cards. So we've done alright this season, we've had a good year, just 3 points shy of the 100 points, which is a shame, but you've got to be happy with that performance in the league, you've got to be. So we go into the FA Cup final with a few selection headaches. I am going to put Regan Bunting in for today because he does deserve to be in there. We are missing Freddie David. I was going to bring Freddie in, but he's off. I thought he'd be back by now, but he's not. He's away on international duty, as is Gavin Osborne. So that forces our hand a little bit in terms of who plays up front. So Gomez and Silva will continue together up top. Paul Pogba, he picked up an injury. What was it he did? I can't remember. It was a hip injury. He's been out for a couple of weeks now. Initially, it was, I think, 6 months, but we managed to send him to a specialist, which sort of reduced it to 2 to 3 months. So he's on his way back. We have had a bit of a fallout with Gelson Martins. We've had a little bit of an issue with him because he's not getting as many first team games as he would like, which we knew was going to be an issue with this class of 22 thing. These kids are going to be coming in and playing games instead of other people, and it's just something that we have to deal with, and it's something we are dealing with, and we're going, you know, it's working out okay for us at the moment. I am toying with the idea of dropping Angel Gomez for Korea in the middle, but other than that, I'm quite happy with this team. Sevilla, Bunting. Do we go with Harwood? I am sorry, Ashley. You will get a run out at some point. I'm going to go with Lindelof instead of Harwood for this game. Harwood's had a good run this season. He has surprised a lot of people, I think. But that's what we're going to go with. I'm happy with that. So here we are then. Tottenham are going for a very defensive looking 4-1-4-1 today. A lot of space behind the midfield there. The midfield looks as if it would be sitting as deep as ours, to be honest. But I don't know what to expect from this now. I thought they would probably go a little bit more. Harry Kane has scored 25 goals in 39 games this season, it's saying at the bottom. So that's something to keep an eye on. Kingsley Coman is classed as our star, highest average rating player. I mean, look at that. He's got 16 appearances, 5 goals and 6 assists since joining in January. So that's pretty awesome. Let's get into this dressing room. I'm going to give them a passionate team talk. We've been on a good run. Go out there and impress me. Not the best of things, but Gary Neville's managed to get a little bit more of a push out of the players as we enter the Wembley Stadium pitch. What a beautiful day this is. Could we get our 3rd trophy of the season along with the Community Shield and the Premier League title? Can we pull off the treble? We had the heartbreak of the Champions League. We had the humiliation of the League Cup defeat to Middlesbrough. Could we now get a domestic cup to go with our domestic league title? Eric Dyer there forgetting who he played for, I think. He just seemed to let Tottenham take. But what a tackle from Bailey that is. And here comes the con man, as I called him in another video. Oh, beautiful. Much is in. What a finish. That was a beautiful, beautiful ball through from Andre Silva. And that is a lovely, calm, cool and collected finish from Jimmy Much, who has been superb in the latter stages of this season. The second half of this season, he has picked up and carried a lot of this team at times. Has been amazing for us. Absolutely brilliant stuff. 1-0 to United inside the first 5 minutes with our first shot on target. Here's Coman. Oh, Lindelof there. I thought that had trickled in, but it appeared to hit the woodwork. We are putting a lot of pressure on in the early stages of this matchup. Here comes Andre Silva now. What sort of a ball is he going to pull out? He's found Dyer, who's found Much. Oh, he's got the ball stuck under his feet a little bit there, Jimmy Much, and that's petered out into nothing. But in the opening 10 minutes, we've looked very, very strong. I like it. Here comes Perrin kicking it forwards. Here's Clark. He's surprised me this season as well. What are you doing, Villar? Chill out. Well done, Clark, for not playing it to one of their players. Gomez. Silva's in. 2-0 after 14 minutes in the FA Cup final. Tottenham look all over the place. They look all over the place at the back. That was a bit of a dodgy moment for me. Normally, that would have been played to a Tottenham player who'd have had a shot and it would have gone in. Gomez there. Look, he even miscontrols it, but the defender pulls away from it. And Andre Silva, I think he's nearing 50 goals in all competitions this season now. He's getting close to it. It's another highlight for us. Bunting had made the run, but Much decided to play it back to Lindelof there, which is strange. Dyer. Oh, he tried to feed Coman in there, Gomez, but it didn't quite work. But Bunting to Much. Much into the middle. It's 3-0. It is 3-0 after 17 minutes in the FA Cup. Apparently, our midfield is being outnumbered by Tottenham. We're 3-0 up after 17 minutes, Gareth. Pull yourself together, man. Have a word with yourself. It's comments like that, Gary, why you failed at Valencia. That is why you failed at Valencia. Maybe there are more of them in midfield, but we are 3-0 up. This could be 3-1 now, but we are 3-1 up. Or maybe not. Here comes Gomez. Here comes Gomez. He's got Silva with him. He's played Silva into the area. He should have played that back across to Gomez, really. But Tottenham just looking all over the place at the moment. Absolutely all over the place. We do only have it on key highlights, don't we? Here's another corner. Cleared away, but Coman's going to get there. What's he going to do with it? He's just running with it. Oh, it's a poor ball in. A poor ball in. Bunting taking his time, leaves it for Sevilla, who thumps it forwards. Gomez. Oh, I thought that we could have seen a straight, on the cock-ups there. But here's Harry Kane. Harry Kane has missed. It's saved by Sevilla. I thought Harry Kane was going to pop that in there. We are on only key highlights. It's just a very open game at the moment. We're 26 minutes in. We're 3-0 up. We've been all over them, but Tottenham are now starting to come back into it a little bit. Starting to get their feet a little bit in the game. But we've got another corner with Much. He's headed away back to Much. What's he going to do? He plays it to Gomez. Silva. Coman for 4-0 after 33 minutes. This is becoming just an annihilation of Tottenham. Just an absolute annihilation of them. Headed away. Much. I thought he was going to just kill one in from there, but Gomez found Silva, who dinked it to Coman, who hit it first time, and that is another goal for Kingsley Coman, who's been an amazing signing. Eric Dyer has picked up an injury. This forces our hand a little bit. Who do we go with? Who do we go with? Who do we go with? We could go with... I'm going to go with Angel. No, we'll go with James Rodriguez for now. I know you can't really play that position. I know you'd be better suited as an advanced playmaker, but for now, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Don't always be put off by saying players can't play in certain positions, because it doesn't always mean that they're going to play badly. Sometimes they can't technically play there according to the game, but they play there brilliantly. You'll be surprised. I'm not saying that will be the case with Rodriguez, and it's not always the case, but Harry Kane's in here for 4-1. He's got one. He's got one. That is pretty poor from Sevilla, I think. Pretty poor. He has moments where he looks unbeatable, and he has moments where he's beaten too easily. Harry Kane got in there quite easy. That's the second time Kane's kind of done that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the defence line back a little bit. This could be 4-2 here. We could be on for one of those FM games. What a ball from Coman. What a ball from Silva. What a ball from Gomez. And he's missed it. That would have been a beautiful goal. But it just wasn't meant to be. Wasn't meant to be. Here come Tottenham now. Here's Harry Kane. Go on, challenge. Challenge. This is going to be 4-2. Oh, that was a poor finish. That should have been 4-2. But the finish wasn't exactly great. But it should have been 4-2. We're going to go in at half-time with a 4-1 lead in the FA Cup final. If you'd have given me that before the game, I'd have snatched your hand off. I was fearing a Manchester City. I'll be honest, I was fearing a Manchester City. But so far, so good for the boys. Gary, do your work. Good lad. Again, anything else? No. I didn't want to give a team talk because I didn't want to mess it up. Gary Neville's brilliant at half-time team talks. He's just crap at after-game team talks. Before the game and at half-time, he's brilliant. He tends to get a good reaction. After the game, nah, not having it. He just said something like, you could win 18-0 and he'll be like, oh, didn't play very well today, did you? He did that. He tried to do that after the Bournemouth game. I looked at what his advice was and he was like, tell them that you've got nothing particular to say. I was like, shut up, Gareth. We're going to tell them they're the best team in the world. Because they've just scored 9 goals. Yes, it was against a team fighting relegation. But, you know, you still got to score and they're in again. It's 4-2. Harry Winks makes it 4-2. Squeaky bum time, kids. Squeaky bum time now. You're feeling the squeak? Let's pop you the position that you are more accustomed to playing in that role. I don't know if that's going to work there, but we will see. We will see. I'm also going to bring Gomez off for Marcus Rashford in a moment, which is now, just to give Rashford his run out. And nobody's really massively. Coman's struggling a little bit for fitness, but we'll leave it as it is for now, just in case we pick up any injuries again, or anybody gets sent off or something silly like that, or we need to change things tactically because we end up at 4-all. Who's just been booked? Get it out. Oh, it's 4-3. It's 4-3. Oh, the annihilation is slowly falling apart. Oh, it's disallowed. Oh, that's harsh on Tottenham. I don't know why. I'm glad that it's disallowed, but it's harsh. Here we come. Can we get a fifth? Coman. Silva makes it 5. Looked like it went in off the post. Vintage performance from Silva with the hat-trick. From what was initially a one-sided game, it then became very even. No, it didn't go in off the post. It just flew into the corner. It then became very even. And then, I'm going to bring you off. And then you can play a defensive midfielder role. I'm doing something tactical. Bear with me. But like I said, and then all of a sudden, we are back in front. And everyone's a winner, baby. That's the truth. That's the truth. I'm just going to do this. I'm just making us slightly more. I don't know why I've done that. I just wanted to get a little bit more of a bridge between the gaps there and there, just for these final few moments of the game. Hopefully that doesn't cock everything up and destroy the world that we live in, but we should be alright. I just wanted to add that extra cover at the back and that extra bit of push at the top. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully that's done it. It always Luan. Oh, over the top from Luan. That'd have been a beautiful free kick had it gone in. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Manchester United have just achieved any second now the treble. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. I didn't get Harvard on the pitch. That is that. Manchester United have won the FA Cup. There they are in all their glory. We look at him dancing at the front. Da, 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 da. Get the old red ticker tape going in the rain. It's a beautiful day for Manchester United as they lift the FA Cup. There's Giggsy at the front there walking around the pitch with the trophy. What a day. What a day for Manchester United. Commiserations to Tottenham Hotspurs, but there we go, that's good. But these things happen in football, friends. These things happen. Dust yourselves off. Come back again next year. Look at that. Look at that. It's almost as if they knew. It's almost as if they knew. But that is it for this season. We are done. We've won the FA Cup. How long's Dyer injured for? 3 to 4 weeks. Not a problem now. The season's over. Jesus was spotted at Wembley. I wonder if he was turning water into wine. We'll have a look in a minute. I bet he was cross. Awkward. No, George Jesus was there. So he's watching probably, yeah, Silva and Gomez. He wants them both. He wants everybody. He just wants to sign literally everybody. I'll leave that there for you for a second. So obviously we won it. Runners up Tottenham. Biggest overachievers were Kingstonian. Well done to them. Underachievers were Chelsea. Best match was Telford 2, Sheffield United 2. Silva got 10 goals. Elcock most assists for Bolton Rovers. And Silva got highest average rating with 8.35. So there we have it, guys. We've won the FA Cup, we've won the league, we've won the Charity Shield. Remember to tune in the next episode. We'll have a little look at the class of 22, how they've done. We'll quickly go over the stats of the other players, see who won the end of season awards, see what the goal of the season was, and then I will explain to you where we're going from there on. We're going to obviously go forwards, we're going to holiday forwards, and we're going to see what happens to the class of 22 over the next 5 years. Come back, have a look at that, and then work on what we're going to do from there. So remember to leave a big thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and go and check out the other series that's going to come up or may already be up. Go check them out. Thanks for watching, guys. Been a pleasure being in your face. For those of you wondering, that's what's on the t-shirt. People will probably wonder. That's what it is. Evolution of Vader. I love it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.